Hello and good evening everybody, and welcome back. Now, if you watch this vlog regularly, then you'll know that CBT is now finished. Or at least the videos are finished. I mean, I'm still carrying on. I'm going through the book on my own and doing the exercises again, and well, just doing them better really. It's kind of easier when you don't have a selfie stick. Although I will admit that reading the pages aloud did kind of dig the information in here a bit more. You know? Got it in right here, a little bit more. Now, how do I feel after that? Optimistic, I think is the word. I feel optimistic. Despite everything that's gone on, I feel optimistic at the moment. Admittedly, I'm not sleeping like I used to, but I feel good within myself, you know? Up until recently, or rather 2 nights ago, I'd always take a St. John's wort pill before I go to sleep. Now, in case you're wondering, a St. John's wort is a pill. It's like a not quite, it's like a cheerer upper type pill. They're mostly herbal, natural stuff, so you can buy them pretty much anywhere. I don't think you need to be young either. You can't sadly overdose on them either. But I used to take one just before I go into bed, so that I would feel more optimistic when I went to bed. Past 2 nights I haven't bothered with that, which I think is pretty good. So I always say to myself, you know, I don't want to be reliant on things. And then I become reliant on things. Or rather I say just one tonight. After I'm done, then you do one the next night and another. Next thing you know, you're kind of reliant on it because you're afraid what might happen if you don't take it. I mean, it's like me with the pills. I was worried that if perhaps one night I didn't take them, I'd just fall back into the depression, which is not good. You know, it's not good. And you get caught up in it. But if I'm going to conquer myself, because this is what it's about conquering me. Okay, I've got to do it on my own. Okay, there's nothing wrong with getting help or accepting help, even if it is from a pill, but you don't want the pill to do all the fighting for you. You've got to do something yourself. And that's what I've really struggled to come to terms to this year. So I have to do this myself. Now, I'm not going to speak for anyone else, okay, when I say this, but you can't blame yourself, or I can't blame myself for everything. I mean, or rather, I can't blame others, I should say. I mean, there are instances where people have said horrible things to me and they've kind of stuck with me, and you start thinking, yeah, they're alright, but at some point you just got to say, they're wrong, I'm wrong, I can do things, I am capable of doing things and, you know, getting stuff done. And that's the position I've put myself in. I've got to be optimistic. Admittedly, it's hard at times, but it's not impossible. It's like on a YouTube video I saw recently, it was marked up in a previous video, so I'm not going to put the thumbnail up again. But I suppose if someone does ask me in the comments, I'll put it up. One of the things it said you can do when you get depressed or overwhelmed with the negative thoughts is that you can do certain exercises, you know, like the breathing, there you go, type thing. Or another one you can do is you count backwards from 100, but only the, numbers, the even numbers. Actually, was that the YouTube video or was that the book on CBT? I can't remember now. Thinking about it, I think I did try it on camera to give an idea. I didn't go all the way from 100 to 0 because I don't think anyone would want just to hear me recite numbers. But overall, I will admit, I must say, I am feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. My life is going to turn around. And it's going to get better. Am I scared? Yes. I'm terrified, I will admit now. Change is scary. Much as I hated my previous self and my previous life before I started this vlog, there was something comforting in it. You know? something comforting in what you know. Even though it's not a good position you're in, you kind of stay with it because it's comforting. And I've done this a lot, and I know some of you watching has probably done the same, so there's no judgment. There really isn't. Now, I have to start. I'm thinking for my next video, well, the next vlog video anyway, about my mental health. I'm thinking I do have a book on mindfulness, or OCD. I might go through one of those. I mean, I might read a bit myself first just to see if it is for you, but I don't want this to really become the James reads a book video, although it is kind of nice. And thinking about it, I know this probably won't fall under copyright law like certain other reaction channels do on YouTube, but I suppose really you could put it in the same thing of reacting, only it's reacting to a book. Then again, if anyone's watched my video, I think as I said before with the cognitive behaviour therapy videos, you can't use my videos as a replacement. Heck, you can't even use the book as a replacement, really. Then there's no replacement for the real thing. So, or rather, the only replacement for the real thing is the real thing. And that's what you have to do if you want to do this. But I've done the video because I thought it would be good for me and good for others, you know, because it can be it's an introduction, you know. I called it an introduction to cognitive behaviour therapy for a reason. I mean, my next book, which I'm thinking is Break Free from OCD, because that's a good one. I haven't actually read it yet. One of those books, I've bought it, but I've never actually got around to reading it. Of course, I will put links. I will put a link in the description towards buying the actual book. And I will make it clear that the book is just a start. You can't just, you know, listen to me talk about it and say, yeah, I've done CBT now. Because I'm not a doctor. I am pretty much uneducated. I mean, I went to school, but I failed school. I got D's in everything. Everything, I think. Pretty certain I got D's in everything. I mean, I know after that I went to college and got a GNVQ in Leisure and Tourism, which kind of was a GCSE equivalent, but that's not really education, is it? I mean, if you're going into the leisure and tourism industry, it's a great place to start, but if you're just like me, and was just looking for a GCSE equivalent thing that would let you do other things, as pretty much most of the people in the class were, I think, then yeah, it's okay, but I can't remember much of the class really, if I'm honest, so I don't consider myself educated, because I'm not. As I said, I failed school. I'm not a doctor or anything close. I'm about as qualified as most of those people on TV who talk about this sort of thing. I could do that, you know. I could go on TV and talk about this. And I'll do it for a fraction of the price most of the other idiots did. I could do one of those talk shows, you know. Get people on problems and get them to talk about it. You know, be nice. Kind of like, you know, like you used to see with Jeremy Kyle, only I wouldn't push my guests towards suicide. And I wouldn't bully them. And if I found out people in the studio were being untoward towards guests, then I'd go public to the media. I could do that. For a fraction of the cost too. And I'd just say, people, be nice to each other. Decide what you want. And be nice. I mean, that probably solves most chat show episodes where people will come on with their personal drama. You know, forget the shouting, forget the screaming, forget the fighting. I'll just say to them, look, this thing happened. Now you have to accept it. You can either carry on or move on. That's how most relationships, that's all you can really say to relationship problems. I mean, other than that, really, it's not really my place to say whether anyone should do anything like that. And I'm going off on a tangent here, so I'm going to stop now. But you get what I mean. You all know what I mean, you know. Now, where was I? Oh yes, books. When I do my next book, and I may even do a third at some point, because they seem to be really popular videos, the books, the ones where I read. I suppose really, because you don't need to look. Then again, you can say that about most of my videos. You don't actually need to watch them. The only videos you really need to watch are the ones where I go places. You know, those ones need to be watched, but the rest of them, where it's just me and this yellow wall, you don't need to. I can just, you can just, listen. You can listen. You can go for a walk and listen. You could play a video game that doesn't require too much thinking and do it. Then again, the important thing is you're here. You're here on the journey with me. It doesn't matter whether you're looking at me or not. Then again, how many people are actually going to tune in just for my good looks? What do you reckon? This is the face of a model? Probably not, but it's my face, and I accept it. And if I'm honest, I don't think I look my age, which I think is pretty good. Sorry, I always itch when I do these. I don't know why. I would say it's nervous, but I don't feel nervous doing these anymore. But I do itch a lot. I mean, my nose is itchy. And don't say it's big enough, okay, people? Because I've heard that joke a million times before. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up soon because there's not much else to say at the moment. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. And tomorrow, I shall do another video where I start to read another book. Hopefully you'll all join me for that. Because I will admit, I am sort of looking forward to it. There should be exercises and stuff in the book. I'll make sure before I actually start the video, of course. And if you don't see the video on a particular book, then you know it wasn't worth it. Or it's coming. As you know, it's a stupid joke. Damn, my nose is itching again. Sorry, I'm going to have to cut this short here because my nose is seriously going to itch overload right now. Anyway, until next time, I'm James. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling optimistic, and I hope you are too. Bye.